On Tuesday, I released a video that compared Bard AI to Microsoft ChatGPT. Now, a couple critical items have happened quickly since that, just in the last couple days, and I'm gonna discuss how that impacts Google's business. There's really two key things that are add-ons to that last video that will help add clarity to what's going on and why the stock has sold off so hard for Google. Now, on the same day that video was recorded, in fact, it happened while I was recording the video, Microsoft came out and told us that they were going to integrate ChatGPT into Microsoft Bing search engine. And that last video talked about how critical this could be for both of these companies moving forward. So reinventing search with new AI-powered Microsoft Bing and Edge, your co-pilot for the web. So both Bing and Edge. We're launching an all-new AI-powered Bing search engine web browser available in preview now at bing.com to deliver better search, more complete answers, a new chat experience, and the ability to generate content. We think of these tools as an AI co-pilot for the web. So better search, better answers, new chat experience, a creative spark, and the new Microsoft Edge experience. Then the very next day, on February 8th, Google did a presentation in Paris, and they kind of botched that. And here's a tweet. I saw a few clips of Google event in Paris, and now for the first time, I have some doubts about Google. This is why the market's reacting. Just rookie presentation mistakes, like we can't find our phone, scream last minute rush. Of course, this was rush. They're trying to get to the market and say, hey, we have AI too. We can do this too in Google search. So there's really two critical items here that I want to discuss today that really piggyback well on that last video. Now, the first has to deal with operating expenses, or OpEx, right? So this is from Morgan Stanley. I tweeted this earlier today. It seems to be some confusion. I wanted to cover it here. Every 10% of Google search queries that add AI natural language, so in other words, if Bard AI gets integrated into Google search, this would add $1.2 billion to 2024 OpEx. If 50% of queries have natural language integration by 2024, it could add $6 billion of incremental costs. Now, if you remember, Microsoft didn't do this in-house. So there's some people that are critiquing Microsoft saying, well, they don't have the ability to do this in-house. Google does. And I will admit, I'm bullish on both these companies. Google is more of an AI company, but both of these companies are dealing heavily with an AI. Now, Microsoft chose to invest more into OpenAI, which owns ChatGPT, but it gives it a strategic edge here when you think just about financials, when you think of OpEx, and you think of those numbers. So for Google, they're gonna be using their own servers. So Google Cloud Platform, every time you use a search or you do a query on ChatGPT, that's cost about 2 to 3 cents to OpenAI. Remember, OpenAI is not a part of Microsoft, it's a separate business entity. And OpenAI and ChatGPT are using Microsoft's cloud services, Microsoft Azure. So Google, of course, when they integrate Bard into Google Search, they'll be using their own platform, their own servers with Google Cloud Platform. So every time you do one of those queries and it costs 2 or 3 cents, right now on the books, it looks like a positive thing for Microsoft. It's actually growing their business and its profits or revenue for Microsoft. On the other hand, with Google, since it's their own servers, this is gonna add operating expenses to their books, to their accounting. So if someone asked me, why will it add to OpEx? It doesn't make any sense. Sure it does if you understand how it works. And I've been talking about this on the channel for a long time. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe now, click the bell for notifications. This is the kind of stuff that we cover. Every time you ask ChatGPT a question, it costs OpenAI 2 to 3 cents of computing power. So it's processing power, servers, cloud servers, right? It costs money every time you're doing a query. And when Google integrates Bard, of course, like I said, it's going to substantially increase their OpEx. And that's a good segue into the second part I want to cover here today. And it really deals with the threat of the business to Google overall. Before I go on, guys, please subscribe to the channel and click that bell for notifications. I'm trying to get this channel to over 40,000 subscribers in 2023, and you can help me right now by subscribing to the channel. I also need to announce this video is sponsored by the Motley Fool. If you'd like to see the 10 best stocks to buy now, visit fool.com/fired up wealth. You can also check out our private community in Discord at patreon.com/fired up wealth. So let's think about this for 1 second. Let's assume that both companies, so Microsoft completely integrates ChatGPT into Bing, into Edge, and Google integrates Bard AI into Google Search. That seems like that's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So let's think about how you use the web today. You're gonna use something like Google Search or Bing to figure out how to do something, how to repair something. You you want to learn more about a topic or history and so on. So you'll do a search and it's going to bring up a bunch of links that you can click. And you're going to click different links, and those links are ranked based on search engine optimization. Now, of course, advertising is a big part of that as well. Not only within that search engine, but also when you click and it goes to a page, a lot of those ads are Google. So Google's main business segment is advertising. And I explained this in the last video. Microsoft is really icing on the cake. Advertising is not a huge part of Microsoft's business, whereas with Google, it's their primary business segment for revenues, for income, for profits, and things like that. So if you look at this and you think about what the future of search looks like, we're going to probably click less links. And there might be less advertising when you think of online advertising for these search engines. And that's a direct threat to Google's business, and it's a major concern. This could fundamentally impact how online advertising happens and where that money goes. It could even impact things like YouTube, for certain topics. Like if it's something simple where you normally would click on a YouTube video link and it'll explain how to do something, maybe with ChatGPT or Bard AI, it tells you the answer on its own without you having to watch a video and so on, right? So a lot of those ad dollars could get pushed to other platforms, a Facebook, Instagram, and so on. And we don't know exactly what that looks like, but what I can tell you is two things. This increases the OpEx for Google when you think of integrating this into their search engine. It also is a threat to Google's primary business segment, which is advertising. So just a quick video here today to share some thoughts. Make sure you like the video, drop a comment, subscribe. I appreciate your time and attention. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.